The morning sun rose gently over the fields as two brothers, Cain and Abel, prepared their offerings for God. These were the sons of Adam and Eve, the very first children born on earth. Cain was a farmer, a man who worked the soil. His hands were strong, his harvest was plentiful. Abel was a shepherd, a man who tended his flock with gentle care, watching over each sheep. Both brothers knew God, and both brought something before him as an act of worship. But what they brought and how they brought it revealed what was truly in their hearts. Abel brought the very best of his flock, the firstborn, the choicest parts. He approached God with a spirit of reverence and complete trust, giving his finest to honor the Creator. Cain also brought an offering, some fruit from the ground he had worked so hard to cultivate. But his offering was different. It wasn't his first harvest, nor was it his best. It was just something, an afterthought perhaps. A duty fulfilled without real passion or sacrifice. God, who sees beyond the gift and into the giver's heart, accepted Abel and his offering. But for Cain and his offering, he did not show the same favor. It wasn't about the fruit versus the lamb. It was about the heart behind the sacrifice. Abel's offering screamed, "You are my everything," while Cain's whispered, "Here, this is good enough." Instantly, Cain's face darkened. The joy of the morning vanished, replaced by a storm of burning resentment. His hands, which had just held the fruit of the earth, now clenched into tight fists. He felt exposed, not because God had rejected him as a person, but because his half-hearted worship had been called out. Seeing the storm brewing inside him, God spoke directly to Cain. His voice wasn't one of anger, but of gentle, fatherly warning. "Why are you so angry?" he asked. "Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Think about that for a moment. God gave Cain the diagnosis and the cure in one breath. He identified the problem sin like a predator was waiting to pounce. And he gave Cain the solution: master it. Take control. Do what is right. God was essentially saying, "Cain, you can fix this. Your destiny is not sealed. Choose better." But Cain heard the words without truly listening. Instead of looking inward and examining his own heart, he looked outward and fixed his angry gaze on his brother. Abel's peace became a personal insult. Abel's acceptance by God felt like a constant, silent accusation against him. Cain's jealousy desperately needed a target, and Abel became that target. One day, Cain approached Abel with a chillingly casual invitation. "Let's go out to the field," he said. The field was wide, silent, and empty. There, away from any watchful eyes, the jealousy that Cain had nurtured finally erupted into unimaginable violence. In a moment that would send shock waves through all of human history, Cain rose up and struck his brother down. Abel fell. The very first blood shed by human hands soaked into the same ground that Cain had worked so tirelessly. Soon after, God came to Cain and asked a question that echoed with profound weight. "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain's reply was cold, dismissive, and infamous. "I don't know," he lied. "Am I my brother's keeper?" His response revealed just how far his heart had hardened. He had not only murdered his brother, but was now trying to sever the very bond of responsibility that connects us all. But God knew. "What have you done?" he replied. "Listen. Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." The earth itself was testifying against him. Cain killed Abel not because God loved Abel more, but because Cain flatly refused correction. He allowed jealousy to fester, let anger take the wheel, and allowed his pride to completely silence any chance of repentance. But even in this horrific moment, we see a glimpse of divine mercy. Cain was not punished without a measure of grace. God placed a mark on him, not as a brand of shame, but as a sign of protection, ensuring that no one would kill him in revenge as he wandered as an outcast. It's a powerful reminder that God's justice is always mingled with grace. The story of Cain and Abel teaches us a timeless and sobering truth. Uncontrolled anger leads to destruction. Jealousy, when ignored, can escalate into violence. And when we refuse to master our sin, it will without a doubt master us. Cain didn't just snap. His act was the final step in a slow, deliberate surrender to a heart that refused to change. And the question God asked Cain all those millennia ago still hangs in the air for each of us today. Where is your brother? How are we treating the people around us? Are we our brother's keeper? This is from OG Media Production. If you found this story meaningful, please like and follow for more content like this. Thanks for watching.